As you guys already know, top of the month as always. Welcome to the Freedom Cage podcast, where we lock into a free state of mind each and every pay week on all DSD, of course. And to my right, I got my main guy, my ace, my left, my right this week, Shawn, better known as the Singularly on all your socials.
You know.
And me, I'm Kenny, also known as King Catholic on all these socials. But today, man,
Yes, sir, man. How you feeling?
doing good, can't complain. How about you?
Oh man, once again, it feels like it was supposed to be a quick week, but it seems like it's fucking long. Like it's just a lot
doing
of
that
stuff
thing
going
again.
on. Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff going on.
Man,
so
Tanya sent me the funniest. This is one of the funniest memes earlier. There's a wife made her husband a birthday cake, but on the birthday cake, it was a text message between him and his side chick. It was like a sheet cake too, one of them big joints. Like it fit like 20 people. That's cold blooded.
Yeah, that thought out get back, man. Those are rough. Those are really rough, man.
When patience and petty meet up, ooh man.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. That's for sure. Yeah, man, it's feeling like a long week, but at least it feels like the weather has kind of mellowed itself out. So I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? Can actually start to inch towards. I know we got a couple more weeks before summer, but it seems like the weather's kind of getting there, man. And I appreciate that. What you can't appreciate during this time is, you know, everybody, we got to be very careful about our hygiene, people. I mean, I totally get it that some of us, you know, may have medical conditions. And if that's the case, I understand. But now is that time of season where you got to be extra attentive to how you step out the crib, man.
Hey, I'm 40 now, man. I ain't understanding that shit no more. Like, you know, I'm selfish with it. I'm like, listen, man, I've been out for 40 joints. Now, I mean, I ain't really start smelling good maybe to the last 15 of them. Real nice. You know what I'm saying? You know, the first 20 has probably been shaky. You know what I'm saying? Wrong deodorant, forgetting one day. But as I got older, I'm like, my tolerance with BO has, ooh, man, it's far and few now, man. It's far and few. I can't hold you.
No, I hear you, man. But still, people, get it together. You know, I mean, it's tough. It's tough out there. But yeah, man. Hey, it's, you know, this past weekend was Memorial Day weekend. Monday was Memorial Day, man. Sunday it was great to be with you and the family. You know, shout out to Ramel hosting us and everything. But outside of that, man, how was your weekend?
Weekend was smooth, man. Can't complain. No games. Did get the girls to practice though, and I mean squeeze a basketball practice in for them. Summer league starting next week already. You know what I'm saying? Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays about to be booked. You know what I mean? Like, but outside of that, pretty calm. Monday was raining though all day, so it was weird. I went to take out the trash. I walked to the store. You smell barbecue in the area, but you ain't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. I mean, people just barbecuing from their backyard stoop, just them, one burger, one man type shit. You know what I mean? But outside of that, weekend was smooth, man. Can't complain. I was happy to see the fam. Like, had you know what I mean, the pre-opening for the joint and a couple joints. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that when we get there as always. But weekend was calm, bro. Weekend was calm.
Yeah, man. Same on my side. You know what I mean? Kept it real chill with the family. Saturday actually went for a walk. You know, me and the missus, we were done with our little workout. We're like, let's take a walk. You know what I mean? See what's out there. You know, it's always cool because there's so much changing in Flatbush that, you know, every now and then when you drive down a certain block or you walk and you actually slow down for a bit, you see, oh, wow, that store wasn't there before. Oh, wow, they really closed. You know what I mean? And we walked down to Flatbush and I could tell you, man, if you live in the East Flatbush area, let's say towards the McDonald's over by Church and Flatbush and Snyder, it's changed so much, man. That area used to be where you could go and get the flyest gear. You could get your entire outfit from there and be ready for the party that night. It's so much stuff that has closed down. It's just saturated with the same old stores, you know what I mean? And then, you know, it's changed to the point where you can't even get a video game on that block. There used to be at least 2 to 3 stores where you could get a video game. If I just wanted to, you know, mess around and teach my son how to play Call of Duty, I can't do that now because I got to go all the way down to Flatbush Junction now. Flatbush around my neighborhood has changed so much, bro.
Shit's so crazy. In the stores now, you know what I mean? They're like, yo, why'd you close? Everybody's downloading it at the crib. It's tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm gonna sell 10 physicals. You know what I'm saying? But I got to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
I got to pay somebody to open the gate. Yeah, convenience has kind of killed that kind of market. Unfortunately, it sucks, man. The only thing that has been consistent over the East Flatbush is the smell of jerk chicken, though. That's
That's
one thing
very
that
true.
never went away. Never went away. Never
Yeah,
went away.
that is very true. They are still slinging chicken on Church and Nostrand. That is for
Right.
sure, man.
But listen,
Um,
my fault.
Not good.
No, I was gonna say, like, listen, like summer's about to start. But a couple years ago, a lot of the restaurant owners and small businesses was able to take part in, taking some unpaid for real estate, as you could say, as far as sidewalk sheds and kind of going into the street, blocking parking and shit. And everybody's like, "Yo, man, COVID, man, distance, guys, gotta keep your distance." You know what I'm saying? That was the guys behind it. And hey, those very small shops that can only fit 10 to 15 people, they just added 25 more people to their storefront. You know what I'm saying? Just about throwing little shut ups. I mean, might have stuck an AC on the side on the hotter days, but yo, the city's starting to crack down, bro. What's your fan on eating outside though? Like, do you do it often if you have the option? Hey, you want to go in, go out?
Um, I'll just tell everybody to check out one of our episodes last year when we joked around about the friend that sweats a lot. That's me. So if it ain't like a good, decent breeze, but not
Yeah,
enough to blow the food off the table, I don't
yeah,
want to be outside, bro. That's my take on it. If the sun is beaming, shades ain't enough. You see the bead of sweat going down my forehead. You're talking about, so what are you getting as an appetizer? Like, bitch, I want AC. Like, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
that's where I'm at.
I feel you, man. If there's an option, if it's over 80, I ain't even gonna look outside. Like, y'all bugging. Put me over there by the window, please, inside. But listen, New York City, man. As soon as they find a way to tax you, they're gonna tax you with this. So, DOT, they're gonna start adding fees, limiting sidewalk seating, and I believe the deadline is about I want to say August 3rd. If you have an existing shed out, little outdoor joint, you got to file with DOT. They're gonna charge you a number, let you know what you can and can't do. Say, hey, we got these pre-approved shed layouts you could fit your life to if you want to. If not, we got to go. But the real fucked up part is these temporary sheds was an all year thing. People didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we got heat in the winter. We got, ACs in the summer. But what they're going to make them do is break them down in November, let them reopen them back up in April again. So it's rough, man. It's rough. It's rough, man. Yeah, these are one-time builds. You see some real nice ones in the city. Like, you see the wood, the paint, and some got vinyl with windows. Some people put an extra couple dollars in it, for the outside cedars, you know what I'm saying? But, the city, man. But I just want to know who this benefits, man. It's killing the middleman trying to make an extra dollar. Rent went up. You got to get some more seats, but you can't grow your store. But what they going to do, man?
I'm sorry, man. Somebody got to hand the envelope to Lalo Brown or something, man. Like, there's no way. Like, I got to break down my entire shed. To your point, that we have blueprints. Like, we was about to rob a bank. Like, yeah, we gonna put the heater here. We gonna bring the hookah in from the back with the smoke, so they don't even see it coming. And oh, that's nasty work. Break it down to build it back up. That's nasty work. That's nasty.
Ooh. But yeah, I think it came to public outcry as far as more so people mad about parking. The rats were finding places to chill, unfortunately, with heat and cool when needed. You know what I'm saying? So it seems, listen, we can't take away everybody's thing, but if you got a couple extra coins, you can still get it done in front of your store. You know what I mean? But good luck with that. Good luck with that.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna hold you. One of the stores, when we were on Flatbush, man, they had like 3 garbage cans outside, but people. 9 times out of 10, the garbage don't make it into the damn garbage. So they had a pile of garbage outside. Me and the wife, we was hesitating walking past it because, man, listen, anytime you see a pile of garbage, 9 times out of 10, you about to see 3 or 4 rats come running out that motherfucker. Easy. Like, chill. You know what I mean?
Easy.
So, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Easy.
But oh man, outdoor dining is on the fence. When you said it has to, like, they got.
If you have one up now, they'll let you survive. But come August 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, if you don't have paperwork filed with DOT to legalize or let them give you authority to now have it in front of your shop, they're gonna make you break it down, man.
By any chance, the fee that they charge in the register?
It's gonna be by the square footage. It's gonna be by the square footage. So depending on how much space they allow you to have, they'll charge you by the square foot. It's gonna be nasty, man.
They treat it like leasing office space. Ooh.
Wait until the landlords figure out, hey man, I could charge you for the street space. It's fronting my property, you say? Like, oh, like, come on, man. I'm trying to make $1.
Shit. All right.
Nasty,
All right.
nasty shit, man. Nasty shit.
Cool, man. Now, hey, listen, y'all heard it here first, man. You know, Kenny told y'all, make sure you got your paperwork in order. If not, you have to break your shit down, man. Sorry about that. There's a lot that's been happening in the last couple days, man. And we're going to call this segment, this can't be real life, man. This really can't be real life. And I have to start with the Trump rally in the Bronx, bro. I think I sent this to you, and I was like, no, you sent it to me, and you asked me, this can't be real, right? And for those who don't know, Trump was in the Bronx doing a rally, and out of all the people he could bring out, all the people, he brings out Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. Now, if you don't know who these two guys are, they are drill rappers who I thought were locked up until I saw this interview, bro. When you saw it, what were you thinking?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I was hoping this was like, yo, AI is getting good, bro. Like, yo, is this real? I'm like, somebody did one of these fake deep joints, you know what I'm saying? Why would they choose these two rappers to do this fake moment? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is weird. I'm like, I didn't even know Trump was having a rally. So it was really, you know, the whole thing threw me off guard. I was just like, oh, and he was like, nah, this is real. I was like, all right, so now I gotta process this. Like, Trump is in the Bronx, right? Chef G is out there. I'm a fan of his, you know, before he went to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple joints on the playlist, you know what I'm saying? Sleepy Hollow, they had a nice little mixtape. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, they out. This might be a, hey, I rubbed your back, I need you to rub mine. It's like, yo, but we from Brooklyn. It's like, nah, I'm in the Bronx with it. It's like, so you want to go back? He's like, no, we be there. We're gonna be there in no time flat. Like, you know what I mean? We appreciate the pardon. But I don't know. It was weird to see. I don't know.
I think the funniest part was when Sleepy Hollow said, "Make America Great Again." You know he wanted to bust out laughing. Like, you saw the smile on his face when he leaned in. I was like, you know what? I'm not even mad at niggas, man. They do what they got to do to stay free. But that was crazy, bro. This can't be life, Kenny.
Like, seeing him say that, I was like, it made me wonder, like, how far would you go for the check? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if I really started contemplating with myself, I'm like, yeah, how much could somebody pay me to say this statement on camera? You know what I mean? Like, and mean it with like authority. Like, I don't have a number, but if you do want to have me, it would be hard to walk me off a ledge. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Brooklyn.
Yeah. Oh, Bronx.
He was in the Bronx. He was in the Bronx.
He was in the Bronx.
Yes, he was in the Bronx.
But yo, it's funny because, you know, seeing this, man, I feel like Obama should get a do-over now, man. I feel like, you know, Young Jeezy had one of the best songs, you know, My President's Black. And I feel like Obama needs a do-over. I feel like he needs to do a rally in Brooklyn now and bring out Jeezy, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of one this up. Because it can't be Biden, man. Even if Biden brings out Jay-Z by some miraculous stint, he's gonna fall asleep during like the first chorus. So
that's it. He definitely not gonna make the bridge. He definitely is not gonna make the bridge. But honestly, I would have thought Obama would have gave a hearty handshake to Jeezy at the end of his thing and said, "Yo, keep your phone on you." Yeah. I need my president's black every time I walk to something big. I need you outside just for the speaker. You ain't got to sing it. I just need you standing there holding the ox.
That's it.
They respect it. They respect it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, his do up would be kind of dope.
Yeah, definitely. So the second piece of this, man, and a lot of y'all probably saw it on social media today. There was a man who attended a Zoom hearing, right? They're still having Zoom hearings, in case you didn't know. And his hearing was due to his driver's license being suspended. Problem is that he attended the Zoom hearing behind the wheel of a car while it was in motion. And literally, like, he pulls over, like, the judge asked him, "Are you driving?" He's like, "Yeah, you know, I'm gonna pull over now," whatever the case may be. And then the judge is looking at, the lawyer, and he's like, "What's going on here?" And they're like, "Yeah, you know, he's on trial for a suspended license." And the judge is like, "Wait a minute, but he was just driving." Like, is this real life, Kenny? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, at least it was. Granted, it was a dumb move, but at least he had the smartness to pull over. He didn't want to be caught on the phone too while driving. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I give him a point for that, but I got to take away 10 for the whole attempt. You know what I mean? So, hey, man, like, people gonna shoot their shot. Like, he ain't even, like, it's a time call. He could have been pulled over, stood outside somewhere. You know what I mean? But I just want to. Now I need to know where he was going. Where he's like, nah, I got to get to this time. I got to be at this spot at this exact time. I know I got something to do with the Zoom. Kind of important, but I got to get there. Where were you going? Where was you going, fam?
The wild thing is he probably got the Zoom hearing because his driver's license was suspended, right? They tried to do him a solid and be like, listen, man, we know you can't drive here. You probably fall. Do the Zoom hearing. This will be real quick. And your man is behind the wheel of the fucking car, bro. I can't. You can't make this shit up.
Hey, at least he got a head start if they send the cops after him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, so hey, arrest him immediately. Or you know what I'm saying? Go to his house. I ain't there. Obviously, I'm in the car.
They told my man, you know what I'm saying, the bond was revoked and he had to turn his ass in by 6 o'clock, bro. I don't know what time this hearing was, but if it was like late afternoon. Now, here's the funny thing. If he pulls up to turn himself in, you might as well at this point, bro. Like, it don't make no sense to take the train there now. You're already dedicated.
Listen, if he was smart, if his intelligence level peaked at answering the Zoom call for the driver's license suspension while driving, he should just pull it. Hey, there was a lot of traffic, so I couldn't make it. Just keep going, man. Just hit the next state. I mean, skip the state after that. You know, just keep going, man. He came this far. Keep it moving.
And then we're gonna go over to the to our beloved police department. This one is actually out in San Diego, man. This one really caught me, Kenny, because I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm trying to visualize how this could happen. According to this police officer, he arrested a young lady, and in the process of arresting this young lady, he somehow got locked in the back seat with this young lady.
You know what? Go ahead. Finish your story. Maybe I missed something. That's the whole story. I have questions. After lockup, what made him get in the back seat? Was she a rather large woman, and it was a trouble getting her in, maybe, and he had to force her? Was she resisting to some extent? Like, was she?
Dude,
was there a body cam?
so his body cam, I didn't see that footage. The footage you see is somebody come and open the door, and your man jumps out as if he was really like locked back there, almost claustrophobic, trying to run out, right? But I think we all know what probably happened, and I believe he resigned since then because it's pretty clear he was back there doing something extra.
When a nigga resigned for an accident, let me tell you something. It wasn't an accident, but I need you to think it was. So I need to go get this pension, hopefully. Oh, okay. So, I'm curious. Let's just say he didn't get. If he somehow was able to get out, like he was gonna take it to jail after having his way. Was that plan B? Like, wasn't as good as I thought it'd be. So you still got to go to lockup. Like, wow. Like,
that's nasty. That's nasty.
Give me a foul score, but that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to go. Too many questions. Questions.
Absolutely, man. This can't be real life, y'all. But this is shit that's happening right now, and it's just wanted to bring it here to y'all. I don't know if any of y'all heard anything about it. It's just like I know. I appreciate the people who send me this stuff because it's just like really like this is what we doing now. A new fool is born every day. Like it's crazy, man.
It's got to be more than that story. I'm wild and intrigued. San Diego. All right, I'm gonna do some research. I'm gonna get back to you, man.
Yeah.
But I got a question for you, man. Hey, we all love taking flights when we got the time, the extra money. You know, I mean, the PTO day saved up, of course. You go with the crew, or you just go with the missus, or whoever you may be. We're all determined. We're at the gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now boarding, no doubt. If someone from your party is like, "Oh, we'll get a sandwich real quick from Subway." You like right now? It's only, I think, I'm like it really departs in like 14 minutes. Like, you want to go play that game? Yeah. I'll be right back. All right. So you let your man or whoever, hey, grown ass man, right? It's like that. Or if it's the missus, like, hey, intelligent lady, she's going that way. She'll be back. She knows she got 14. When that 14th minute comes, I go last boarding. What are you doing at this moment? Are you taking the proper steps on waiting for this individual to come back, or taking the better step to go lock your seatbelt in on this plane? What are you doing at that moment? What are you doing?
Oh man, the asshole in me wants to say I'm gonna just be, enjoying this trip by myself. She got to figure it out. But
Mm.
I think I'm like Toxic King is kicking in. I would wait for her because this is peak holding over your head situation. If we
Mm.
miss this flight, bro, because you didn't listen to the fact I told you we got 14 minutes, but I'm sitting there with
Mm.
my luggage and a smile, and I'm looking at her like, you ain't never gonna let us down. We're gonna be 80, and I'm gonna bring this shit up at your funeral. Like,
Yeah. That's forever bragging rights. And
hell
you
yeah,
cost me time and money. Like literally, like you literally did it in one quick pickup coffee motion. You know?
absolutely, absolutely.
Uh, um, I had an excuse whether it was the missus or whether it was the crew. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter who was there, and they come back and just see an empty gate, just the one lady there, like next stop. You know what I'm saying? Just moving on to the next plane coming in and type shit. If that's the situation, and niggas call me or yo, she called me, where you at? I'm like, yo, you not on the plane? I thought you might have beat me on it. I'm like, oh, she's moving quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That's my whole like, yo, like I thought you were here. She's like, I never said back. I thought you was like, I think went to the bathroom or something. Like, immediately.
I thought you were gonna get some nuts, man. Damn.
You know what I mean, something like I'm gonna have to. And off that line don't work. Like, yo, we had check-in bags, so I didn't want our luggage to be there and us not be there. You know what I'm saying? Let me go get our stuff. And you know, when you come down, hey, I got your stuff, so you ain't gotta wait the carousel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna definitely flame her for the whole next year.
Year, bro. I'm getting shirts made. Like it's gonna be a thing every year for that day. I'm gonna wear a shirt that says 14 minutes. Like
14 minutes. What that mean? Take it how you want it, baby.
That's
14 minutes.
14 minutes, and every year I'm gonna wear that shit with pride on that day. That's bragging rights forever in a relationship. I can never do anything as worse as that, son. I'm sorry.
If it's the fellas though, we about to be one man down.
Oh yeah,
that's respectable.
Oh yeah,
that's respectable. Whenever you get there, we just gonna get on you. Whenever you land, we just gonna get on you when you get here. That's a fact.
Listen, bro. Thankfully, the few times I've traveled with just dudes, ain't nobody play them games. If anything, we was getting there super early just cause we didn't want to miss the damn flight. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so I'm thankful for my little circle of bros. That's never a fucking issue, man. And if anybody ever invites that dude is never coming on the trip again. I swear to God.
Nope.
Oh man. So listen, man, along the theme of our topic tonight, you know what I'm saying? We're definitely paying homage to the graduates, man. Raising a child can be a lot for people, and always looking into articles, looking into research. I found an article that talked about the 5 most expensive or affordable cities to raise a child. Now, here on FCP, we always highlight our sources. So this source is Go Banking Rates. They use data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics to find the cost if a parent paid for daycare starting at 2 years old through 12 years old in each city. This publication also examined U.S. Census Bureau data to find the cost of living for a married couple with kids in each city for that same 10-year period. The cost of childcare and the cost of living in each city for that same 10-year period were combined to determine the total cost of raising a child. So where you want me to start, bro? Most expensive or most affordable?
I already feel broke off the conversation, man. Start from the top, man. Start from the. You know what? Start with where I should be living, and then see where I definitely can't live.
Got you. Most affordable. All right, man. You got 3 of them motherfuckers, but I feel you, bro.
Treat them. One job. Treat them.
He said one job. All right, y'all. Make sure you get your pens and papers out. You know what I'm saying? In case y'all looking for affordable cities. Number 1 is Wichita, Kansas. Total cost for raising a child, $88,000. $100,000.
You know how far Disneyland is from Wichita? Damn right, that's all it take, man. Like kids don't want to do nothing but order McDonald's all day over there. Wichita? No Riz out there. There's no Riz out there.
Out there chasing ducks and shit. Nah, I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
Second one. This one ain't that bad. I mean, depending on how you feel about it. Memphis, Tennessee. Total cost for raising a child, $94,000.
I like Tennessee. I ain't even mad at that. I feel like there's a silver line about something I don't know about the area.
It is Memphis.
Ooh, yeah, you shouldn't be going out at the lake, right? Yeah, all right. All right. A lot of flags over here that aren't much. Outside flags.
All right. El Paso, Texas. Total cost for raising a child, $111,000.
Hey, I like tacos. Gonna be eating it every night though, because that's all I could afford. You know what I mean? But all right, El Paso.
It is a red state though, brother. You gotta be careful. It's Texas. It is Texas.
You know. I heard, you said El Paso. I went straight to Mexico in my head. That's my fault. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's right there though. It's just like a bridge away. It's like going from Brooklyn to Staten Island. Like it's right there. Like, you know what I mean?
Nashville, Tennessee. I'm actually very happy about this one because they are thriving. Kenny, me and you were talking about this with TJ and them for your birthday. Total cost for raising a child, $117,000.
I mean, these
10-year period.
I mean, so on the average, you know what I'm saying? That's not. I don't think that's too shabby. Might not be too shabby.
Nashville, this is 2 to 12, y'all. 2 to 12. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, and then rounding out the top 5 for affordable cities, Louisville, Kentucky. Total cost for raising a child, $120K.
Louisville. I feel like I've seen a lot of First 48 episodes based out in Louisville. I don't know why.
Yeah, man. And Memphis.
Right? And Memphis too. Yeah. I'll be walking by. My wife be watching. I'm like, where they at now? Memphis. Damn. Another body. Yeah, another body. Two of them this time.
Yeah, man. Don't get us wrong. We love everything Tennessee. We love everybody, man. But Memphis is Memphis, man.
It's one of them gun holding states.
All right, man. We're about to see how poor I am. The most expensive cities to raise a child in, man. I'm going to start from 5 and go up to 1.
Let's clock out.
Number 5. I think this should come at no surprise to anybody on this live. New York City.
Bro, that's where I'm at. What you mean? I was hoping we was an immediate.
You ready for the numbers? You ready for the numbers? God, for raising a child between 2 to 12 years old in New York City, total cost for raising a child is $250K, bro.
Is this including like if you happen to have government assistance or something? Like if somebody else
hey, listen, brother. Hey, that's a great question. That's a great question. That is a great question.
Per? You said per? Not family?
$250 a child. Yep. All right, number 4. And this kind of sucks because we were just talking about it, right? San Diego. Feel bad for that officer that had to resign right now because in San Diego, total cost for raising a child, $251,000.
That 250 mark per is crazy, man. Jesus.
Number 3, Oakland, California, $257,000.
I mean, like you said, Oakland, not even that's the bad part of California. Right? I don't visit often, but Oakland, Jesus Christ.
Number 2, y'all, we ain't going that far. San Jose, California, $307,000.
Kids got to be eating Wagyu for lunch, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are Lunchables don't even exist on the zip code.
And rounding it off at number 1, y'all, is San Francisco. Total cost for raising a child, $308,000.
San Fran. Where's the Valley at? Where's where they do all the tech stuff? Is that what's the name of that area?
I think that's Seattle, ain't it? Silicon Valley.
Silicon. That's in Seattle. Silicon.
I think it is.
Or Silicon Valley is out there. I get it, man. They ain't got no kids anyway, so the one they do have get everything. So that's the whole income. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get it. I understand, man. I get it. All right.
But listen, today's live is focused on the graduates, man. I'm loving all the pictures. I'm loving all of the posts, seeing the kids, seeing the grown-ups that are, achieving these goals, man. We wanted to take this moment to recognize and celebrate the people in our lives and yours who have taken that amazing next step in their lives, whether it's in education, a special trade, etc., whatever it is, right? Shout out to the hybrid model generation. We know what COVID did to learning, to going to school, and to have to shift to from being in an office or being in the school, being in a college, being in a classroom, to having to shift towards more hybrid, more laptops, doing a lot more of that, intricate work, losing a lot of that social interaction. You've made it through that process. Those who went away to school, that cannot be easy, being away from your family, having to stay focused on your studies. Shout out to y'all, man. Those who had to depend on yourselves. We know there's some students out there that really, you got there and you pretty much had to hold yourself up the entire time. Shout out to you. Shout out to the independent supporters. We're talking about the single parents, uncles, aunts, grandmas, grandfathers, anyone who held the graduate down for dolo. We appreciate you. And then to the villages, man, the family, the friends, the teachers, everybody who supported that one student that just was stubborn as hell at one point, but we got them right. We got them through the process, man. Shout out to y'all, man. And for those who thought that it was too late in their lives to do it and did it anyway, give yourselves a pat on the back for getting through the process. We know this is not an easy thing to do, so don't take it lightly. We appreciate you, man.
Like Sean just said, if you helped a graduate get there, you're graduating as well. I mean, it's not just a graduate doing it.
Absolutely, man. So the significance of graduation, man, it means a lot of things for different people. It's the culmination of all of your academia at that point, or it's just your parents said, if you ain't graduating, you got to get the hell out of my house. So you did what you had to do. And we know that there's a difference between when we were students versus watching our kids go through it, brother. So tell me a little bit about the difference between when you were a student versus now you having kids who are students.
The student version of graduating was amazing. You know what I mean? Like you got the new suit, fresh shoes, got the haircut. You know what I'm saying? Everybody shaking your hand, balloons on deck. You know what I mean? Like it was, as a kid growing up, it was dope. Like the high school one was a little, you was more expecting you almost an adult. You know what I mean? So you was almost getting there. But all the elementary, the intermediate, junior, going to high, it was a real fun event that I recall. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what you want to eat tonight? Oh, I want to go to Red Lobster. Red Lobster was going, you know what I mean? It was one of the, you know what I mean? Sizzler was on deck, you know what I mean? It was dope. And on the flip side, as a parent, it's like, oh shit, racist little nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I made sure your homework was right you know what I mean? I was out there with you every day, but not physically there. Like when the teacher called, because you was fucking up, I picked up. I said, oh, they'll never be doing that again. You know what I mean? It was a lot of those moments. So when you see the graduation from that standpoint, it's more of a not only like, oh, we made it, but it's more of an appreciation for like, yo, you stuck it out. You said you wasn't gonna do it. Look at you doing it. You know what I mean? So I think those comparisons, as far as going through it, seemed more fun. On the parent side, it's a bit more stressful, but fun though when you get there.
Yeah.
How about you?
Definitely. Oh, same, man. Same. I definitely see how, why my mom and my dad were always so excited, because I didn't get it. You know what I mean? It was like I just went through all of this grueling classes, listening to this boring teacher, being in these classrooms with these crazy kids. You know what I mean? I don't know who's raising them, but I got to be in class with them all day. And then now, you know what I mean? It's getting to this point where now I got to dress up. I got to sit in this long ass ceremony to hear 100 and something other kids' names before I hear my name, and then sit while the other 100 are called. the graduation experience for me was just like blah. But my son loves it. You know what I mean? He loves the entire process. He loves being there. He loves the way his mother gets. It's just instant. Waterworks as soon as she sees
Mhm.
him. So it is totally different as a parent. Just so proud of him, like you said, going through the process, man. So and sticking on that, right now that you are a parent, do you feel like the graduation process is more important for you or for your kids? And I know just your two girls are in school, so how's that been?
It's funny. It depends who asks. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's my mom, it's me. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Like, nah, I want to make sure they get where they gotta go. Da 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 da. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But when when it's asked to the student, like, oh, I'm doing all the work. Me. I'm getting yelled at. I'm waking up early. I'm catching the bus. Sometimes missing it. Da, 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 da. It's like, yeah, but you're not telling nobody what happens when you miss the bus. Like, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? But you got to school though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we still got you. You know what I mean? It's little things like that. So it really depends on who asks. But if you ask me personally, I would say it's more important for the parents because if the kid doesn't make it, not, listen, you're not sitting there with them in class, but you feel the weight on your shoulders as well in the event if they can't get to that stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because you're
yeah.
always gonna wonder, is there more I could have did? You know what I mean? So I think the weight it does feel a little bit heavier for the parents, even though the kid's carrying the whole damn load.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Um, I think it should be more important to the students, because granted, like you said, which is perfectly on point, right? You want to see your kids succeed, and when they don't, it's almost like now it's like, all right, now we got to go through this process of you doing it over again. I feel more, in terms of my son, I would hate for him to have to watch his friends move on while he has to sit back and try and repeat something. You know what I mean? And I think for him, it's always going to be in the back of my mind. I want him to have that sense of accomplishment for himself, not for me, not for anybody, so that he can figure out how to get through things, how to stay committed to something, how to see it through to the end, to the result that he sees fit for him. And I know a lot of kids, graduate. Some kids graduating isn't important because now I think we're in the age where a lot of kids they want to graduate. Like they are looking at it like, I want to get past this class, I want to get past this grade because I want to move on and do whatever I got to do. At least the kids I encounter. But I've got a feeling now it's a little more important for the kids.
That'd be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, though. That's a fact.
So now here's the part where I think a lot of the people who are tuning in can relate, who have kids or have nieces, nephews, anybody that they have in school that they, meet with on a daily basis. With the emphasis on entrepreneurship and the increasing popularity of social media influencers, has it become harder to promote graduating from school?
Hmm. I guess like it is tough when the standard feels to be a bit lower from the kids. You know, when we were younger, oh, I'm gonna, astronaut. They were saying all kinds of like minimum required shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And now it's like, yo, I want to be an influencer. Like, nah, I just want to like give shoe reviews. It's like,
Yeah.
I believe in your dream. Can you show me a business plan? Like, you know what I mean? That's the next question on it. You know what I mean? And that's a, it's, I'm in a weird space with it because I always kind of promote to my kids personally, like, yo, do what makes you happy. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Don't worry about what my mom does. Do what you need to understand. You might be doing this the rest of your life, so you want to make sure you're happy when you do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when my oldest, she's like, "Oh, I want to be a nail tech." I'm like, "Oh, you got a business plan? You know how to do nails? Are you good at it yet?" You know what I mean? She's doing little things like
Yeah.
that. Say, "Oh, I want to do hair." Great. Before you open up a shop, how many seats you think you're gonna need? How many workers gonna be there? You know what I'm saying? So whatever, and it's a new thing every 3 months. So whatever she's whatever she's going through, I want to roll with the punches to make sure she's comfortable in pursuing that lane if that's where she wants to go. And I just want to
Mhm.
kind of give her the freedom to go there. Like, yo, it's okay. Like, you don't want to be president? Dope. But if you want to open up this nail salon, can we get everything else in check first? So you know what I
Right.
mean? So hopefully you got to worry about it. But I think the increasing popularity of the social media influencers and different kind of jobs being at the forefront, I would have loved if she wanted to be a lawyer or a doctor. But then it's like, yo, that's lawyer slash doctor college bills. And who's gonna get the first 2 or 3 years? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, hey, I'm happy you want to be a doctor. Let's go broke and do it. versus yo, like, oh, you just need an LLC. Oh, come with me to zoomlegal.com. I'm gonna show you something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different feel for it, you know what I mean? So I'm happy the bar is lower, but the fact that it's still achievable and reasonable makes it okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's interesting because and I love the fact that there's one of Jim Jones' like second or third albums. He did a documentary. And he went to a school and he told them, like, listen, it's cool if you want to be like the biggest star, but you're nothing without understanding that paperwork. And a lot of kids, you think, yeah, I'll just pay somebody else to handle that for me. Get ready to get robbed, because that person, like, millions of dollars are passing by this person. There's no way that they're just going to really let you touch all of that money. If they know you're not involved, you don't understand what's happening, trust me, that person is going to get you for millions of dollars. And you can look at almost any interview with anybody who's about their business, and they'll tell you where they had to make management changes because of that, and because they weren't paying attention, they didn't understand the business side of it. So I agree with you, brother. I think it's great for them to have dreams, but it's also important for them to have a foundation of understanding and education. And then where continued education comes into play is, just because you are an influencer, just because you may have successfully established a business, doesn't mean the learning ends, right? Anybody that has a successful business is constantly attending conferences, webinars, constantly reading, staying up on new technology, staying up on new regulations. You look at your field, you look at my field, we're reading up on shit damn near every other day just to make sure we don't end up in orange jumpsuits. So it's very important that
Still
kids... You're right. He said they keep taking these taxes out and still might. Yeah, man, but it's very important, man. Listen, kids, it's great to chase the dream of stardom, but there's nothing wrong with getting your education, man. It's just as cool, man. Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna have some fun now, man. And, you know, since it is graduation time, we all know that you as parents, you can't wait for the pictures, right? You watch your babies grow up from when they were young to toddlers, middle school, maybe high school, college, wherever your kids are at this point. So we got to have some fun and bring some of our pictures to this forum today, man. So let's let it rip, man. Let's take it back, man. So this is me. I believe this is either preschool. I think this is preschool.
the young Dro. Yeah, might have been.
Yeah, I was still figuring out how to smile at that point, man. And this is junior high school. Shout out to Miss Frazier, man. God bless her soul. She was one of the dopest teachers we had in IS6, man. Yeah, this is junior high school, man. No, matter of fact, that was 181. What am I talking about? I don't even remember my graduations. This was definitely college, man.
To go like this.
Yeah, man. This was now, you know, I mean, I don't mean to, make it too sentimental, but this was very tough because I had lost my father a little before this graduation. So I know this one meant like the most to my mom, and it hurt us both that he couldn't be there. So that one was tough. But yeah, man, graduations, man. I tell you, I still ain't like them. You see me barely smiling. I was probably smiling because we was going to Sizzler after that. But yeah, man.
And for some reason, graduations never have ACs. Like, you know what I'm saying? They never. It's never like the temperature's never correct. Like, you know what I'm saying? Never. It's never right. I had a couple photos myself in my old graduation time. Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie to the people, man. Listen, this right. Listen, I know. I ain't gonna lie to you. It wasn't even that graduation. But I did wear this suit twice. You know what I'm saying? Like it was for a quick little, you know what I mean? Going to kindergarten, first grade jump, but this was also at the wedding. Now, you know what I'm saying? Young whippersnapper, you know what I'm saying? Shape up. They haven't seen it yet. Don't know what a real barber is. You know what I mean? Dad was taking care of shape ups, you know what I'm saying? It may not be straight, may not be round, you know what I mean? But then I got to jump, you know what I mean, to later in life. It still looked like a convict took this photo, but yeah, man, that was the high school version of me, man. I was I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like,
Look
yeah,
at young Kenny. Look at
I'm
young
out here,
Kenny,
man. I'm
boy.
out here, man. I had one. I definitely had a clip-on bow tie at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I was just out here, man. I was like, yo, I think they're gonna let me. I think they're gonna give me a diploma for real. Yeah,
Word, right?
yeah. They about to get a diploma, man. They about to get a diploma for real. You know what I'm
That's a
saying? So
fact.
that was a good time for sure, for
That's a
sure.
fact, man. That's a fact. I remember moms was always on top of me when it came time for the pictures. Had to make sure my nails was good. Had to make sure the haircut was fresh, man. The only time she was pissed off at me was high school graduation. And I have that picture somewhere. I just didn't have it ready for the show. But I was growing my hair at the time. So
Mm,
she looked at me. She was like, I know you ain't going to graduation. Take your pictures with that damn fro. And I said, yes, I am, woman. I
just
said,
like this.
I'm going to have braids when I go to college. And these shits, I'm growing my hair.
This is
I
the
don't care.
process.
Yes, man. That was it, man. I was power to the people at that point, man.
That's what's
So
up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey man,
yeah.
hey, we all get a stage. I never had one. That's why I had one long hair. I just I think ever since you know me, I've had one haircut my whole life. Well,
Yeah, that's true.
outside of that photo with the suit, I had no control over my hair at the time. But as soon as I was able to go to the barbershop by myself, I've had the same cut since. But
That's true.
yeah, man. Hey man, good times, man. Good times.
That's true. That's true, man. So
Oh,
so we know that the hype around leading up to the ceremony, man. This is a big deal. Like it's either your celebration or it's a celebration of the graduate in your life, man.
man.
So let's take it back since we just came off of our pictures. Y'all remember the package that they used to send home for the pictures, the cap, the gown, the ring, all that shit, man? You remember that? Did you get the full package?
Never got the full package. It was funny. It's usually about 4 or 6 packages. One was the extremely like, yo, your family don't love you. Six was like, yo, y'all doing too much as a family. You know what I'm saying? So I was always at the package 2, package 3, where it's
Yeah.
like, listen, we only need about 2 or 3 of these wallets and one of these big guns.
Yeah.
Niggas don't need all of that. You want a canvas? Like, nah, we don't need no canvas in this nigga. It's like, we're good with 4 wallets and 1 5x7. We're gonna be just fine. You know what I mean?
That's it. That's
But
it.
yeah, the packages was lit, man. Because I was happy to get to number 2. I was like, oh no number 1 this year. Hey, like you know what I mean? We upgraded. You know what I'm saying? But good times, good times.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, man. I know I never got the ring. And I always wanted the ring. I was like, I need some sort of proof that I graduated from high school, man. Like it was like I'm not gonna always have my graduation pictures on me, but I figure I wear the ring, people would be like, oh yeah, he looks like a smart dude. He's got that ring. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, mom's wasn't with that shit. She was like, yeah, she was like what you said, a couple wallets, big one for me at home, and that's about it. You know what I mean?
Right it. I got duped out of the ring. It's like, yo, your hands gonna keep growing. What you gonna do with it? I was like, good point. Like it's called memorabilia. Now I know it's called memorabilia. You put it with
That's
the
right.
goddamn with the little diploma that you got from that year. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to wear it every day.
That's a
Memories. That's what they say. You know what I mean?
That's a fact, man. So there's that little part of the ceremony where it gets a little interesting, right? Might even get a little spicy depending on your family.
Mhm.
The limited tickets of entry to people to graduation, brother.
Listen,
How has that gone for you?
it's funny. As a kid, I was unaware of the complexity of it. I'd say, hey, man, they gave me 3, 4, and that'd be it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I turn my back, go back to school.
Yep.
But on the parent side, when you get 3 or 4, it's like, you and the missus got to draw straws because the grandparents ain't having it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's like, damn. It's like, all right, I'm gonna just stay in the car, just FaceTime me. Like, you know, it's one of those now. It's a rougher conversation these days. You know what I mean? Because everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
it sucks. I am happy to have Zoom options for some, celebrations now. But yeah, the ticket distribution is always rough.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely, man.
You remember? Did you ever have to cut somebody that you love from the ticket cut?
every time, every time, man. I think for the most part, everybody's been understanding of the
Mm,
process, but yeah, man, it is tough, man. It's tough decisions for real.
Yeah, because it's funny. The kids graduate in June, so you get that July 4th barbecue. Everybody's there's like, oh,
That's a fact.
such and such graduated last week. Yeah, yeah. Everybody came out with the Olive Garden after. Yeah, everybody's like, yeah, we went to Olive Garden. Everybody's like, oh, we? Huh. I guess I didn't get that invite. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody get quiet. The music get low all of a sudden. Oh man, good times, good times.
No, yeah. No, yeah, definitely. And I understand exactly what you're saying, right? When you were a kid, who showed up, showed up. You was just hoping your parents were there and everybody else was like, oh, cool, you came. You know what I mean? Now it's literally like, you got to have a intense meeting about how we going to break this down, who's going to make it to this grade and then this grade. And then college is kind of like a free fall. You probably just, throw a stick on the floor and be like, whoever wins, you know what I mean, gets to go to the graduation or whatever the case may be. Now it's just going through the graduation ceremonies, man. It's been really interesting. I think my best graduation ceremony was definitely junior high school. I had so much fun in junior high school, and it was just one of those culminations where we kind of looked at each other in the actual auditorium and said, yeah, they actually let us out of here. Like we had no idea that we were going to get through that because it felt more fun than learning in junior high school. So I think junior high school is probably one of my best memories as far as graduation.
Yeah. As far as memories in graduation, my personal ones got like deleted from the files. Like the best graduation I've been to was Christina's over at FAMU. Like that, because you know what I mean. Like that was like I'm lying. She had my top two. Like, when she graduated high school, that was dope. Well, I'm sorry, God bless the dead. But during her high school graduation ceremony, like everybody's phone started going off. Like, yeah, what's that? Your phone, MJ died. What? Yeah, MJ died. Everybody's like, Mike Jack died. Everybody's like, nah. And he's like, yeah. Like, what I mean? Angie crying on the radio right now. We're like,
and
everybody's like, next up, they're going through about 90 kids. Like, reading this up. Everybody's like decompressing MJ passing away. Not sure what the story is. Mm-hmm. But that one and her FAMU one, it was super dope. It had to be at least 40,000 people at that graduation. It felt like.
Yeah. It was
nice. It was nice. But those two graduations trump all the ones I ever had. I don't even remember hers anymore. I talk about hers like I was there.
That was yours, right?
Facts.
No, yeah, that was definitely a dope ass graduation, man. All the Darius's graduations were dope, man. I think his second one, it was more of like a step up when he had like this blue shirt on.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could just see he was so excited. He was just starting to verbalize his words more. And that picture will always stand out to me because that was like officially when he was starting to make the transition, man. Now, this kid tells me stuff. I'm like, listen, first of all, watch your tone because you're using words I don't understand and I don't like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I think that would be my favorite graduation from him.
Nice.
Oh man. So now listen, you've gone through the graduation process. Your kids have gone through the graduation process. The pressure's on now, right? You know what I mean? What do you do next? You know what I mean? It's like winning the championship. All right, you won the championship. You got it. Can you do it again? Can you do it undefeated? You know what I mean? Can you score the most points? How do you manage those expectations? Let's just say as a dad, how do you manage that?
The fact that there isn't a book on it's probably a book on it, but I just didn't read it yet. You ultimately just need to roll with the punches. Hopefully it's in a direction that you are willing to go. Because God forbid there's some turmoil when you figure out, wait, why are you making a right? And everybody else in the house is making a left. Like if you come to that juncture, we all gotta have a conversation. But if you're just driving straight, going with the road and everybody's at speed is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get it. She's starting to speed up a little bit. We gotta catch up to her, but we know where she's going. We're all for that, but as soon as it gets to the fork in the road and everybody's leaning one way, leaning the other way, it's hard to manage those expectations because it's like not only do I not know where you're going, I'm not even comfortable. I'm happy with the direction you're going, but I don't want to tell you that. So we're gonna not fake it till you make it, but do all we can to give you all you need and hope this succeeds.
Right.
It's a rough game. It's a rough game, but it's really hard to manage your expectations. But hey, day by day. That's all I can really say. Day by day.
I agree, man. I agree. I think one of the best things we could do, of course, is that open communication, and I think that's right in line with what you're saying, right? Whether they're going too fast or whether they've slowed down completely, and we're like, "What the hell is going on?" Being able to have them not be fearful of expressing what exactly they're going through at that time. Also, trying to relieve a lot of the burdens that I think may have hindered us when we were trying to make that next step. The financial expenses, the pressure of moving out of the house. A lot of parents that I know aren't really rushing their kids out unless they want to go away to college or unless
Yeah.
they are financially stable to move out. So I think that's another really good way of managing expectations. Of course, after your kid is at like the college level or even the high school level, depending too. And then I think really it's just always making sure that they understand the concept of how to do something that they love, but also how to always support themselves, because you don't want them to get too caught in a dream and they're losing the sense of independence. And
Yeah.
you know that
Reality.
that comes in so many flavors, right? Because you may have the laziest fucking kid in the world, and you're like, yo, I'm not going to support you for the rest of your life, and they're 38 years old. You know what I mean? Before you know it. So it's like, I pray for every parent who has to manage these expectations. And I'm very happy for those parents who their kids pretty much got life figured out, and they're just sitting back like, go on, man, roam free. I'm cheering you on. So it's fun though. It's fun so far. It is fun.
I am curious to know if I ever get to that level in life, as far as like the kids going away to college, finishing it, coming back. Is there a cutoff to like, you gotta go, man? So it's like, oh yeah, we love you. Your room will forever be here. But you got, but we gonna change the locks on the first, and we're not giving out no extra keys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you like? What, there's no cutoff for the kids. It's all love, right? It's always love.
For me, I think it would be when I see my Hennessy starting to go down. When my Hennessy's starting to go down, you got to go. Like,
You think at the bottom, what the?
when I'm looking at my brown bottle and I got like a swallow left, pause. Oh,
Yeah,
nah, you got to go, man.
this thing was more than half 2 days ago. Yeah.
And the funny thing, yeah, the funny thing is, I know my wife is like, bullshit, my baby ain't moving out. Wait till she touch her vodka bottle and that shit's low. She gonna be like, oh hell no, this nigga gotta go.
He done lost his mother mind. Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun, man. I think it's gonna be interesting. God willing, we're here to see it. God willing, our kids, can go down the most seamless path path that they can find to get to graduation, to get to whatever goals that they see. I know that school isn't for everybody, and hell, a regular job isn't for everybody. But the hope is that they just find a foundation to support themselves and make themselves happy, right? So, hopefully that's the end game.
Yeah, yeah. What's up?
Yeah. So I think with that, anything else on the graduates, man, before we move on to sports corner?
Listen, if you got somebody that's graduating in this, shit, June is pretty much tomorrow. We got somebody graduating this month, man. Congrats to you. You made it. It was a long 9 months. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully you got to this point. Everybody's happy, is content, and hopefully they don't want like wagyu after the celebration. You know what I mean? But congratulations to those that did it, and congratulations to those that are doing it.
Definitely, man. And listen, it's just the beginning. Make sure that you celebrate them, elevate them, and most of all, what I'm saying, remind them who got them here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to remind these little things, because they be feeling like they do everything on their own and they don't need you. And you got to be like, I did this for you.
Word.
Oh man. So as we move along, man, over to FCP Sports Corner, man, definitely starting out with some somber news. Bill Walton, one of the greats in the NBA, unfortunately passed away from cancer on May 27th. Definitely one of the greats, one of the stand-up gentlemen in the game of basketball, whether it was being an analyst, being an announcer, being a player, and pretty much being a pioneer for the sport, man. They did a lot of really cool tributes for him on ESPN. So definitely, blessings, you know what I'm saying, and condolences to his family.
Big condolences and shouts to the Bill family as well. The Waltons. He then granted he was damn near 7 feet. He lived a big life as far as he was always like the character in the room as far as everybody gravitating towards. So for him to go, it's super sad for the NBA family. But condolences to the family.
Absolutely, absolutely. And in his honor, we continue to focus on the amazing NBA playoffs that we've seen so far. And of course, this is a personal great announcement for me. The Boston Celtics are the Eastern Conference champs. I do not want to hear about how they got here. I don't want to hear, oh, they didn't go through nobody. Listen, y'all try and go through an 82 NBA game season, then have to win 4 games against what is considered the top talent in the NBA. Let me tell y'all, that's not easy, and they found a way to do it. Jaylen Brown won the Eastern Conference MVP. I believe it's the Larry Brown Trophy, man. He has been tremendous in this playoffs. He's gotten a lot of criticism about his turnovers in the past. Him and Tatum have gotten a lot of criticism about, will this duo last? Can they work? And once again, they are back in the finals. And this is just really cool for them, man.
Hey man, one more series to go. You know what I mean? 4 more wins. You know what I'm saying? But you either gonna go against Uncle Drew or Baby Jordan. So you get there. Like we're gonna have this conversation. But congrats on winning the East. Man, 4 more to go. 4 more to go.
Definitely, man. And listen, shout out to the Pacers, man. They were not a slouch, even without Tyrese Halliburton.
They beat my Knicks. Fuck them Pacers. But I hear you. I hear you though. We would have got one, but I hear you though. Injured too. We would have got one, but whatever though.
I hear you. Maybe next year. So yeah, without Halliburton, they still made it interesting. They were still very much in both of those games before we closed it out. So they got a nice young core. If they can keep them together, shout outs to them. Nemhard, man, that kid stepped up tremendously while Tyrese was hurt. The entire team really gelled together. So, man, Rick Carlisle got something there. Maybe they pick somebody up in free agency and really solidify the lineup so they can make another run.
Listen, I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to you about Boston real fast before we move on. Like, listen, I got a confession, man. For the last 2-3 years, I was under the impression that Tatum was the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, and I think I fell for the light skin effect. Hey, that might be my fault not being the light skin, but when the light skin guy, got the nice cut, you know what I'm saying, hitting all the shots, it makes sense on the team. You know what I'm saying? Got his own little shoe, you know what I'm saying? Jordan sponsored him. Then Jaylen got the contract. It was like, oh wow, why they pay him more than him? That's weird. You know what I mean? Some time went on, you know what I'm saying? It was like, wow, he's hitting all these shots at the end of the game too. Wow, it's a little weird. You know what I mean? Like, for him not to be the guy, I thought. You know what I mean? But then he caught the Eastern Conference, the conference finals. I'm like, did I have the wrong guy all these years? But then when I look at the stats, I'm like, well, he's averaging more points. He's making more money. He's taking the bigger shots at the better moments. I'm like, I think I had the wrong guy for 2 fucking years, and now I feel duped by the light skin community. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like I wish somebody pulled me to the side and said, "Yo, it's the dark brother. You got the wrong brother this time." I'm like, "Yeah, you sure?" Because that nigga's shooting. They're like, "Nah, Jaylen." I'm like, "All right." They said he doesn't have a left. It's like, "No, it's still him though." I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
I gotta come to his side, man.
No, I hear you. Listen, I've even criticized it, right? There's a certain killer instinct that doesn't seem consistent in Tatum that is very consistent in Jaylen Brown. And hell, it could be some altered way of Tatum saying, this is the way to get both of us to stay in the game so we don't run into any issues where one of us doesn't have a momentum. And it's going to be interesting to see what they bring in the finals now that they're going to have to play up to competition, to your point, right? Whether it's Timberwolves or Mavericks, this isn't anybody that they faced before. These are guys that are going to be coming right at them, attacking them. Are they going to be able to do that again? They're not going to be running a bunch of screen and rolls and, until they find an open shot. This is either Luka Doncic trying to come at you and hit 3-pointers or cross you up, Kyrie trying to, unleash his layup package on you. Or you're talking about Ant Edwards, who's pretty much reminiscent of Jordan's moves, and Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, even though his defensive player stature is questionable right now. I think we're going to see a different Tatum in the finals. And if Jaylen Brown is already going and we haven't seen the killer Tatum yet, then I think we need to buckle up for what he's going to bring in the finals, because it's going to be interesting.
He better be, because contract negotiations is coming up after the season, if I'm not mistaken. And we look at you like, yeah, we was paying you number 2 money, and we might have to lower that a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know what we said, but you know what I mean, the proof's in the pudding, son. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely. But switching over to the other finals games that are going on, man. I ain't gonna lie, brother. Before last night, I had NBA Finals, Celtics, Mavs. I honestly thought Mavs was going to pack it up last night. There was nothing that Minnesota was going to be able to do in Dallas. Like getting back to the finals, Kyrie and Luka, Mark Cuban, like the hype behind that. They had the Cowboys in the building. And Karl Anthony Towns remembered how to shoot the ball.
He's so streaky, but wow, when he's hot. When he's hot, it looks like he's the best thing smoking. I'm like, you forget he's 7'5". Like, he's like, he's just gonna keep shooting these threes. But lucky for them, he got in foul trouble. They probably would have won by a lot more. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shouts to him. He showed up on a night he absolutely needed to. Granted, it was limited minutes due to foul issues. Very dumbass fouls too. Like. It wasn't like in the paint blocking fouls where you should be, getting these fouls. It was tit-tat shit up at the half court line. It's like, what the fuck you doing up here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Every time it happened, but you know what I mean? But shouts to them that they was able to squeeze one out. Pause. And and when it hit the 5-minute mark in the fourth, I'm like, all right, it's when Kyrie do what he do, this when Luka do what he do. Like they've been here about 3 times now. Like, we'll see what happens, But they was able to hold it out. They was able to get it done. I'm like, you know what? This is good for Anthony Edwards. Like, I saw a little post game thing. He's like, somebody hit me up. I'm like, you never been swept. He was like, word? He's like, yeah. He's like, not tonight, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I still love his energy that he brings to the game. You know what I'm saying? Granted, with all the MJ, chit chat, it is what it is. But this is a good beginning of a Jordan story. If one was to start for him. But hey, we'll see how Game 5 goes one at a time. You know what I mean? By next week we can have a different conversation. But I was happy he was able to get one out. He didn't get swept.
Yeah, man. So now the infamous question is swirling around, man. Can they win Game 6? And I'm on the side of, I don't see Kyrie having 2 bad games back to back. As much as the hype is going to be around Anthony Edwards going back to Minnesota, Cat having his confidence back, finding his shot, I can't see Kyrie Irving not having the game of his life in Game 5 and the Mavs wrapping this up. So, all right, man. So yeah, we'll be on the lookout for that. Boston is just waiting, regardless of who wins. They got to come into Boston on June 6th and know when the finals start. But this Saturday, June 1st, UFC 302, if you are a UFC fight fan, this is one of the biggest fights of the year. Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. You have what might be considered one of the best boxers and strikers in the UFC going up against one of the best wrestlers in the UFC. And Makhachev has, I believe, the lightweight championship. And this is going to be must-see TV. I hope both of them make it healthy to the fight. The weigh-ins should be on Friday. It's lightweight championship. So this is gonna be interesting, man. And then you got Sean Strickland. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with. He's going up against Paulo Costa. Kevin Holland, I'm a big fan of him in the middleweight, man. I hope he gets the big win. So this is gonna be good, and it's actually in Newark. You know what I mean? So it's cool that whenever UFC brings big fights to the local area, it always brings a lot of fanfare, a lot of business. So looking forward to that, man. I don't know who's watching it, where it's showing, but I got to catch these fights on Saturday.
Pay-per-view, right?
Huh?
Pay-per-view?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Same channel, baby. Same channel.
Absolutely. All right, so we like to do this section, man, where we give those movie, TV show, music recommendations, man. And I want to go with an old documentary you told me about, Bye Bye Barry. I finally caught it on Amazon Prime, man. That documentary was crazy because I was always a Barry Sanders fan, but to actually, see the life story, see, why he made his decision to retire when he did and what he went through and just how he approached the game. One of the quotes that really stood out to me was like, the act like you've been here before, when he would score a touchdown and just hand the football to the referee, no celebrations, no dances, all that. He was just all about business, man. That was a dope documentary for real.
It was good, right? I've had like a recommend one for you once. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good. It was like he had a really good one. And at the end with the suns and stuff, that was super dope to kind of have a cool little reflection point.
Yeah, absolutely. And then also, man, on Netflix, a good friend of mine's recommended that I watch this Book of Clarence. Did you get a chance to see that?
I did not see that one. Was it good?
It was good. It was good. I mean, it's the, I hate to say it's just the black version of the story of Clarence, but it's literally like the black version of the Book of Clarence. Like you literally see like shit that you would see in the hood, but it's the same tone, it's the same look as if it was reflecting biblical history. And the acting was pretty good. Like I liked the twist. I liked it. I thought it was a good flick.
Yeah, add to the watch list. You know the vibes.
Definitely. And then Black as Fuck. And this was one of the quickest recommendations to watch that I've ever done. It was actually Ramel and Christina that recommended it, man. It's based off of Kenya Barris. If you don't know him, he's the writer for Blackish and some other really good shows and movies. It's basically a show about his life. You know what I mean? And it's taking you down this funny pathway of a rich black man and the struggles that he faces in being a rich black man, but trying to keep it real, trying to keep the culture afloat. And he just goes through so much funny shit. The kids are going through so much funny shit. It's actually a pretty good show, man. It's 8 episodes, so me and the missus were able to wrap that up in like a day or two. But it was good. It was really good.
It was a good show. I like it when I see it. I don't think I can do a season 2 or not, but it was really dope.
And then on the music front, man, Chris Brown's song 10 Toes is like my shit right now. But there is a line in that song where, I kind of got to go, whoa, where he says, 3 kids trying to make room for some more. And I instantly felt poor because I'm like, you got 3 kids and your goal is to, try to make room for some more. So, like instantly in my head, right? Like the little
dollars, right?
It's just flying out the bank account, right? So the mini devil me, I call him Spice Lee. You know what I mean? Like he sits on my shoulder, and anytime something funny happens, so I pictured him like singing a riff, and he's like, anxiety, don't let these lyrics get to your head. You not breezy. That IUD is saving you bread. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want You know what I mean? I'm happy with my son. Shout out to those people who got, mad kids and stuff like that. But when I hear that, every time I hear that line, man, I clutch my pocket. You know what I mean? I really
yeah. Hey man, Breezy is the voice of hope. for those that have gone through some things and moving on with life, like, hey man, he's where you want to be now. You know what I'm saying? But when your bank account is stacked up, you don't mind an extra kid or two here and there. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's more it's not that it's just an expense. You know what I'm saying? But hey man, it's understood. It's understood on this side. Understood.
Oh damn! Keith said I got to take your black card for just watching that. I got a feeling he's talking about Book of Clarence.
Nah, I think he's talking about Black as Fuck, man. He raises a good point.
For just watching that, yo, listen, it's crazy. A lot of things really don't cross my radar for some reason, and I mean that's on me. I have particular taste sometimes when I want to watch shows, but when I'm ready for stuff and I can watch it, I enjoy it, man. So here y'all gonna really get mad at me now. I just started watching Blackish. Don't judge me. I just started watching.
Wait, that was before Black as Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't watch a sequel in reverse.
Yeah, man, it's
killing me. It's killing me.
I'm trying to find myself this summer, y'all. I'm trying.
All right. Baby steps. We'll be there.
What I mean?
But Blackish is good too.
Yeah, I heard. So far. Yeah, I think we're on like episode 3 now, season 1. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a ways, man. I definitely.
I don't want to burst your boat, but there's a grown-ish too. But whatever, we'll get there.
I heard, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's what made me kind of hesitate watching Blackish in the first place.
You gotta commit.
Yeah. We literally have watched everything else that's out there. Kind of waiting for some stuff to come back. Good Doctor just ended. I almost cried a little bit. So yeah, man, we out here just trying to figure out life, man. So I'm making my way back to these shows. You know what I mean? I've been engulfed in like mystery, science fiction, and all these movies that are in other languages on Netflix, and then the reality shows. They be having me, man. They really be having me.
They got you like this, like on your shirt.
Yeah. It's real life, y'all.
Like I said, it's Wednesday, new episodes. Get over here. It's like, damn, bro. I said you're right.
Yeah. But you're gonna be proud of me, Keith. I started reading Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man. So that's been actually a really cool book. I'm on my second read this time around, just to pick up the little nuances I didn't the first time. But Emmanuel Acho, man, I always knew like he had like gems, and I know he got a lot of slack for what he said about Angel Reese. But I think he's definitely one of the great thinkers, of our time.
Wow, that was a cool statement. You say you're on your second read of it. I don't know if I ever went back to reread a book. Albums I've reheard because you always miss something with the bass line. Sometimes it might be a little like a double or triple entendre, and it's like, oh, I didn't see it that way. But the book stuff, it's like watching a movie with subtitles. It's like you kind of get everything the first time you get it. But but you said you're discovering new items on your second read.
Yeah. So the interesting thing about when I read it the first time, it was just really getting like his point of view, right? But then now, let's say like I go through something similar, like what he went through. So for instance, in the book, he's talking about how, people shouldn't be afraid to ask about certain things when it comes to Black people. And he talks about how he navigates the process of educating white people on who he is and where we're from and stuff like that. So sometimes it's good to go back and, revisit that to see, all right, is there something else that I'm missing? Because I read the book a while ago, so now I'm reading it again just to make sure, all right, did I miss anything? Is there anything that I can apply? It's actually pretty cool.
Okay. And that part I totally understand. Like when you read it as a younger version of yourself, your view of the world is kind of, not that it's set, but it's where it was when it needed to be. You know what I mean? But as you get older, you learn more, you see more, you go through more things. The same book, the same album, the same movie, it might hit a little different now because you're a little wiser. So, all right, I respect that. I get that. Mm-hmm. Keith was saying, talking about the author, I believe he said his podcast is Uncomfortable for Conversation with the Black Man is dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I did see the Best Man's Wedding. I'm a big fan of Best Man. I seen all the Bad Boys. I'm waiting for the next one to come out next Friday. So you know what I'm saying? Like I think you're jumping out your socks a little too much, Keith. You know what I mean? It's just two shows. Two shows, and they want to put my black. You see, it be your own people. It be your own people. Two shows.
Get caught on video one time and you're puppy. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
No doubt. And listen, man, as we're gonna close out May this week, we are 30 days away, people, from the end of Q2. Make sure you're getting your affairs in order and hitting those targets you set for yourself, either in the beginning of the year or at the end of Q1. You know what I mean? The summer is tough, man. It's very distracting, right? The weather's nice, everybody outside, you know what I mean? So it's really easy to get all caught up in the mix. And then next thing you know is September, October, and you're like, shit, maybe next year. You know what I mean? And life be life, and I totally get it. But this is that moment where we remind everybody that we know there's something you're chasing. We know there's a dream that you're after, and why not start tonight? And listen, man, we appreciate you being here with us. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out all the shorts that we got on there, all the YouTube videos, all the episodes. Go check us out on TikTok. We got a lot of cool stuff on there that's, been pretty much picking up steam. And listen, man, you know what I mean? Appreciate all y'all, man. Take care.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the show where you are now released back into your regularly scheduled programming. Corporate life, parental life, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you do, we salute you. I'm Senor Lee.
Catmac.
We'll see you next pay week where we lock back in to a free state of mind.